Hi, this is Digital Fam, and welcome to Overland, the YouTube channel that focuses on the OVR.ai platform and its community. So, subscribe to this channel if you're interested or curious about platform developments and what the community is doing with their overlands, otherwise known as hexagons or hexes. And why in the world would you even want to join OVR.ai anyway? Okay, so in today's video, wow, I'm actually going to be talking about a viable competitor to OVR. Now, I'm pretty sure there are other competitors more or less in the spatial web metaverse space, but this one particularly caught my eye. And the reason why it caught my eye is because just a few days ago, it was announced, they did a press release actually, where they announced that this platform just sold its 1 millionth NFT. Now, it's funny how journalists choose what headlines they use. One headline said that this metaverse sold its 1 millionth metaverse land. And when I posted that in the Telegram group, somebody in the Telegram group known domain enthusiast or domain grammarist, can't remember, he actually said that it's not land sales, it was actually 1 millionth NFTs. So, okay, so that right now is my Telegram group, and I just need to like cut that out. Oh, okay, it's Alex from our Overland group, and he's saying good morning. Well, good morning, Alex. Shout out to Alex. He's one of the moderators, and he's also a community manager in our Telegram OVR groups, or a number of them anyway. So shout out to Alex if he is going to be eventually listening to this. So it is already morning time in Europe. So there we go. And it's very late here. It's past midnight, but I decided to do this video because if I don't do this video now, I'll never get to do it. Anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. So this company is called Upland, and let's look at it right now. Here it is. This is one of the articles that I found out where it says Upland mints 1 million NFTs hitting a major milestone. Wow. Okay, so here they are. They're from Silicon Valley, and they were also featured apparently in CBS Paramount's Plus 60 Minutes. And they are noted as one of the world's fastest growing games on the blockchain. And it has hit a record breaking milestone of 1 million NFTs minted in 18 months. Now, how does that compare to OVR.ai? I went to OVR's website, as you can see here, and I tried to look at or to see if there was actually anywhere where they would say how many land sales or NFT land has been owned. And all I could see is you can tell that there is like a 29,000 or 297,000 current auctions and 6,400 OVR, I think highest bid, and then 206 open auctions. So, okay, I think I just answered that. Duh. So 297 closed auctions. I don't know if that's within a 24-hour range, or is that throughout the whole history of the OVR.ai platform. I'm just going to go with, let's round it off to 300,000 closed auctions, meaning 300,000 hexagons or overlands are owned, meaning 300,000, I'm rounding it off now, NFTs. So that's clearly quite a ways. Now we know that Upland supposedly it's not just land sales, it also includes content. So we have like a take there. Now, right now, there have been people in the community creating animation content and augmented reality content for their overlands. But we have not currently had a major breakthrough or run through in terms of NFT artists or animators, driving to the platform to create content. And a few of the people in the overland community do have a few ideas on how to do that. I know that I mentioned way back in the video a few weeks ago that I was actually going to donate a few of my hexagons or overlands to content creators. And it's not obviously it's not content creators who already own overlands, but it's like to animation schools and NFT communities for them to try it out. And I especially want to donate a few overlands to Don Allen III, and I have mentioned it to him, I think twice, and the third time is a charm. So I'm going to be reaching out to him to remind him that there are overlands that I have that he can absolutely test out spectacles on, Snap spectacles. So if you want to see that video about how I had this 73-minute call with Don Allen III, who is an augmented reality creator, and Snap spectacles, or the company Snap, also gave him their latest version spectacles to try out, then you can click the link right up here. And I hope I'm pointing to the right place. It's really funny when you are trying to, navigate this little rectangle and trying to figure out where to point. I hope that's right. Okay, so yes, so here is Upland, and okay, let's go on. Yeah, so they're saying here that they reached their milestone on June 15th, which was a few days ago, and quote unquote by Dirk Lewis, co-founder of Upland, this milestone is a significant step forward for NFTs and the metaverse alike. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. So moving back down here, this is interesting because this is pretty much, and I didn't know this existed until one of the press releases came to my site in one of my social media feeds. So this is interesting. Oh, excuse me, I burped. Well, it is what it is. So this is interesting. So Upland is an NFT metaverse that sits on top of the real world. Now, where have you heard that before? Where people around the world can buy, sell, and trade virtual properties. Currently, for the cities of San Francisco, Brooklyn, Oakland, Fresno, New York City, and most recently, Chicago. Now, this is interesting to me because so they're rolling out and they're specifically mentioning currently for the cities. So this is it, where people around the world can buy, sell, and trade virtual properties currently for the cities San Fran, Brooklyn, Oakland, Fresno, New York City, and most recently Chicago. So, what that tells me without even being on the Upland platform is that they're not, like, when they say they have a metaverse that sits on top of the real world, and yet they're saying virtual properties currently for certain cities, then it tells me that their platform sits on top of the real world, but not really the whole world right at this time. So apparently it's just in certain cities. And most recently, they rolled out Chicago. Now, there's a difference I'm just catching right now in real time. Whereas in OVR.ai, there's literally a layer over the whole world, 1 point something trillion to be exact. And each layer or each space or property, you would call it, is a hexagon. And each hexagon is 300 square meters. So this is really interesting. So if I were a metaverse investor, and I wanted to gobble up all these metaverse virtual lands that are layered on top of the real world, where would I go? Well, now here's the thing. So, Upland is located in Silicon Valley, and they already have a US market. However, they are only rolling out, according to that paragraph that's highlighted in blue, certain cities. Whereas OVR, it's the whole world. So if I was a metaverse investor and I wanted to gobble up virtual land that's layered on top of a metaverse land, layered on top of the real world, I'm going to have to do my due diligence, and I'm going to have to really think this one out. Think this one out. Let's go deeper into the article because there is something interesting that's going to affect my decision. Okay, let's read on. So each property in the Upland metaverse is based on the real world boundaries and is represented as a non fungible token. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes, yes. We know this. Same like OVR.ai. So apparently their mantra is rebuild the world. Very nice. Here it is. And the company is building a platform where people will not only play by trading and developing virtual properties, but also socialize and earn while they play. So there's already a gamification um, put into this. And it's not to say that OVR will not have a gamified type of concept, because for sure people who are owning overlands, I'll tell you right now, are already developing um I guess cross layer, I wouldn't even cross layer, like all layer throughout their hexagons types of games. And what types, I'm not really sure, although I do know of a few, but I'm not going to say, or else I'm pretty sure the community will not appreciate that, especially when they're not entirely ready, and I don't want to give away secrets. So this whole gamifying thing or game thing makes me understand more now. While they said, where was that thing that it said game? Oh, it's somewhere around here. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, here it is. Upland, one of the world's fastest growing games on the blockchain. So we're gonna have to find out. Maybe we can log into Upland to see. Okay, so here it is. Upland is different from other NFT metaverses because it is an immersive, gamified experience mapped to planet Earth. Hmm. Not just a collectible marketplace or gallery. And Upland extends its metaverse value proposition even further, as explained by Lewis. So he says, one of the co founders, our core values at Upland include, besides sustainability, a strong focus on diversity and inclusion, both in our platform and also inside our company. So here is the next paragraph that if I were a metaverse mogul and I wanted to gobble up a metaverse land that, sits on top of the real world, this paragraph is very interesting to me because it says here that not only are they gathering prospective partners, okay, look at this. As Upland has seen an increase in interest from prospective partners like musical artists, athletes, and consumer brands, see, they have a secret weapon, and their secret weapon is right here, Kathy Hackle. It has decided to tap metaverse thought leader Kathy Hackle to help with the company's growth strategy. Now, I did a video on mentioning Kathy Hackle, I think my previous video. And if you want to find out about that, then you can click right up here, but do come back to this video. I did mention that I had reached out to Kathy Hackle on LinkedIn. She is one of my first, number one contacts. You know what I mean, like first level contact. And I reached out to her because I wanted to put OVR.ai in her radar. And then she told me, like she told me if she was going to talk to me about anything, because she's a consultant and it is her work, then she would obviously need to get paid. I'm paraphrasing, but I got the gist of it. And I was like, well, no, I didn't really want to talk to her about OVR in terms of what we can do and how to, strategize bringing brands on, because I could easily do that, Kathy. However, I just wanted to put it in her radar because to set the pathway or the road for a potential partnership or onboarding her to help. I don't know, she must have clout. She has clout definitely with brands. So she did it very diplomatically. This is what I'm thinking. I could be totally 100% wrong, but I feel like the answer she gave me was very neutral, was very professional, because she must have known once I sent her the link to OVR.ai, for sure she would have looked at it. And for sure, as a metaverse guru, she would have looked at it and already assessed that OVR.ai is a viable competitor to Upland. Now, the one thing that Upland has going for it is that I believe it was created a few years before OVR.ai, so it does have a couple of years ahead. Now, if she's already partnering with Upland, then I guess if she were to do anything with OVR.ai, now it depends on her contract. then perhaps that definitely would be a conflict of interest. So I kind of understand now her professionalism and the way she responded to me. Could be wrong, and that could be because she already has, like she's already working for the competitor. Okay, so now that we know that Kathy Hackle is involved, yeah. So here is Upland's website. And you know what? It's just like OVR.ai. It's also, you can also download it from the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. Uh, it has a very simple menu. It has a how-to guide, getting started guide, Upland Academy, and data sites, which I should click on. It has an about us. It has a trailer and more. You know what? I'm interested about the getting started guide. So let's go over the getting started guide. So here it is. They're showing us their user interface. It seems like just by looking at this that, okay, so select color. I don't know what this means. Maybe we're just going to have to. So if we look here at the, what's it called? The left sidebar. Oops, the left sidebar. It's got what do I do? Player, conduct, and Alcatraz. Okay, so that is the, the island Alcatraz off of San Fran, off of Pier 39, I believe. Gameplay, moving your explorer, buying, selling, trading properties, completing collections, treasure hunts, live events, traveling between cities. Traveling between cities. So what does that mean? Teleporting. And here's real economy, true ownership and non-fungible tokens. So right here we have play, earn, and connect. In OVR.ai, we just pretty much just have like bid. You just basically bid on land or hexagons, and then basically it's like an open source. It's up to you to develop your overland. Whereas here in Upland, it seems like they're already giving you browser built tools. And mind you, OVR.ai does have a WebGL builder, and there is a roadmap for them. And they're actually working on integration with Unity 3D. So that is like cool. And if I look at this, select, explore, whatever that means, it kind of looks elementary to me. Like, look at that. It looks like something out of Minecraft. That does not look like a tree out of Minecraft. Like, I should know. I love Minecraft. If I could tell you how many thousands of hours I spent on Minecraft, for shame. So here it is. Welcome to Upland, a parallel multiverse revolving around commerce, entertainment, and personal connections. When entering Upland, you are transferred to an alternate reality where the geography and even the street addresses around you may be the same, but everything else is up to you. So are they saying that they've pretty much already, wait a minute, is it just streets and like the layout of the land geography? And we just add obviously layers of content to it. You know what? My next video is probably going to actually go through Upland. That's what we're going to do. Here's the About Us. Let's look at the About Us. Whoa, it's a lot of people. Do we know anybody here? I must know somebody. Okay, so right away I'm seeing, okay, this is weird. So it perceives that there's a lot of people, but if you see right here, oh, you can't really have to roll up. There is duplicates of people. So this guy here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, is the same guy as here. So basically it's just duplicates. I want to know if I know anybody here. Actually, triplicates. Same guy, or guy with the hoodie, and he's pretty much like somewhere over there. Our story. So yes, they started in 2018, and the co-founders are Manny, Idan, and Dirk. Oh, sorry, there's like a cable going past it. Okay, so here it is. So they're playing a Monopoly game, and then one of them decided to say, what if we can tokenize the real world through the very same technology that powers these collectibles? Okay. So I went ahead and went to LinkedIn, and I clicked on the three co-founders, or whoever it is. Where are they? Here it is. I clicked on Dirk's, Manny's, and Idan's LinkedIn. And so here we have Manny Honigstein, and he currently lives in Palo Alto. And interestingly enough, he knows three of my mutual connections. Well, Digital Femme, of course, because hello, I have been connecting with people in the metaverse, virtual reality, AR space for like starting a decade ago. So it's not no surprise to me that I have three connections with him. Now let's go on to Idan Zuckerman. Zuckerman. Oh yes, Zuckerberg. Duh. So he's a co-founder, and of course he's in California, and oh, he's got one connection, Elad. Okay, do I even know an Elad? Anyway, the next one is Dirk, another co-founder, and he's got 11 connections. Oh, he knows Ed Fries. Okay, so let's click on these. Let's just I'm just curious. So of course he knows Kathy. Oh, Mario Hachemer. So this guy, I know him. I met him through his sister. He was actually a student at the time, and I brought him in when there was a droid conference, a droid conference. I brought him in, or I Skyped him. Actually, yeah, I Skyped him in to talk to oh, I forgot his name, Thomas or Tom. Anyway, one of the brand evangelists, or the evangelist for Unity 3D. And I will put the link in the description below to that interview with the Unity 3D guy and Mario. I think there's 6 parts, to be honest. It was a very long interview, but anyway, isn't that interesting? So who else does he know? Okay, Ed. Oh, there's Elad again. Oh, I think I remember Elad. Uh, okay. Okay. So these two are very interesting. So I'm actually going to talk to Mario. I'm going to reach out to Mario because I'm much out of all these people, I'm much closer to Mario, and he's still in Frankfurt. Okay. So I'm going to ask him how he knows you know, the other guy. Well, I decided to cut it short. So, the purpose of the video was to actually just address the big pink elephant in the room, which is a potentially viable competitor to OVR.ai. But now that I am delving a little bit more into, or starting to peel the layers of what Upland is really all about, maybe not. I do see some differences. And one of the main differences is that it doesn't seem like they have the monopoly on the actual whole world, meaning it doesn't seem like right now there is a layer over the whole world using the Upland platform where people can actually bid or own land. Now, I don't know exactly, do you just buy land outright, whereas in OVR.ai you have to bid on it, and then after 24 hours, if nobody has overbid you, you own it. But at least right off the bat, you can literally pick any hexagon over the world, 1 point something, I think 6 or 3 trillion of them to choose from, minus 300,000. I'm rounding it off. So I don't know. And it does seem like it's gamified, built in, whereas OVR.ai currently is not. Now, can it partner with a game developer company or a few of them to create an alternate, or not an alternate, but yeah, an alternate featured game? Sure, they can. Like, why not, right? Like, why not? Hey, Ubisoft. Hey, the Yearly brothers, for the ones that made Crytek. Hey, Crytek, if you're listening. Who else? Hey, EA, just saying. Epic Games, just saying. So, yeah, I'm going to end here because I actually know what the next video is going to be. And the next video is going to be actually going into Upland. We're going to go into enemy territory and see what it's all about. So if you want to join me in discovering what Upland is all about online, then go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will get notified of when that video actually uploads. Now, I do have video that's sitting waiting to be edited, and it's actually on drones and the metaverse space. So when am I going to edit it? I'll edit it. I think I'm going to let that sit for a while because I want to get this uploaded, and then I want to start on the next video, which is actually going through the Upland platform. Anyway, if you like this video, do consider giving it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. So, wherever you are in this world, have a great day, have a great evening, and see you in the next video when we actually explore enemy territory. Okay, bye bye.